Welcome back, everyone. This is Sara Graceson, where grace begins. How is everyone? Thank you for joining me. As you see from the title, I figured I would come in and give you some of my best and worst brand new purchases or fragrances that I have acquired. So if you enjoy, this one's gonna be good. But before we get started, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to share my videos, and definitely don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload more content. So without further ado, let's get into this, or get into these fragrances. And the first one that I have for everyone, I just want to show you the packaging. And it has beautiful artsy packaging. And this one is Scherzo. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but it says Scherzo. This is the bottle. And this one is a unisex fragrance. It's by Miller Harris. Scherzo. I'll give you the notes. The top notes are tangerine, artissima, or misa. The middle notes are rose, olabinum, potassium, narcissus, agarwood. In the base, sweet notes, and patchouli. This fragrance is sweet, oud, rose, fresh, spicy, citrus, amber, patchouli, herbal, warm, spicy, woody fragrance. Now, Miller Harris Scherzo, Miller Harris fragrance. I had seen someone, raving about this fragrance, and I just thought, well, I have to get my hands on that fragrance. I had never heard of the fragrance house, so I thought, why not? They raved and they said it was such a great fragrance. This fragrance is rose. It's not all that it's hyped up to be. Let me just start with that. This fragrance is rose. Some people say oud, oud, oud. It's not anything special, is what I'm trying to say. It's not a really awful fragrance, but it's not a something that everyone would be talking about as well. Talking about in a great way. It would be like the hit of the party. This is not that. This fragrance is not that. Actually, I've had it for a little bit, and every time I pull this fragrance out to smell it, even right now, it gives me a headache. And not a lot of fragrances give me a headache, but this one does. It smells kind of almost, I guess that's just a little bit of oud that you can get a whiff of, and it kind of smells burnt. So I'm not really sure what's causing that burning, burning, like something that's burning or burnt smell. And it's just it's not a great fragrance. It's not a great fragrance at all, guys. I'm going to hold on to it because I got it for a really great price. And I'm going to hold on to it and see if my sense of smell changes. Because we do. All the time our sense of smells change. And we may not be as fond of one fragrance. And then later on, when our senses have changed or we get more familiar with the fragrance, we may tend to like it. So I'm going to give it a try, and I'm going to hold on to it a little longer. But this is Miller Harris Scherzo. fragrance. The next fragrance I have for you, Graceful Beauties. Look, the box is very artsy too. The next fragrance that I have for you, beauties, and I was so excited to get my hands on this fragrance, even from this perfumer. I was excited to get my hands on this fragrance. You know, the labels are kind of a little reflective, but this is Rosendo Matu number 6. It has that, you know, some of these are some of the main notes: the jasmine, sandalwood, oriental musk. It's Rosendo Matu. Let me get into the notes, all of the notes. The top notes are jasmine, sandalwood, exotic fruit, floral notes, coconut, and green accord. The middle notes are sandalwood, spicy notes, white musk, vanilla in the base, and amber. It's a powdery, woody, floral, musky, sweet, white floral, vanilla, fruity, warm, spicy fragrance. Let me get one spray, guys. This fragrance, so the Miller Harris or Scherzo was a worse purchase, but I'm gonna give it a try and see what we come up to. But right now it's in my worst category. Everyone knows that I love Rosendo Matu number 5. I'm in love with that fragrance, and it was one of my best purchases this year. Rosendo Matu number 6 gotta go on my worst category list. I know it's some people that love this fragrance, but it's nothing, this fragrance is nothing complex or unusual. You smell jasmine, you get that fruitiness, and you get a little bit of freshness. But you don't get any, and a tiny bit of floral. You get the, like, you know, the fresh little fruits. But it's nothing, you get that green, like from the freshness, as I said. But this fragrance, and some people say that it's like the number 5 by Rosendo Matu, that you have to wait till it develops. I've tried all that. This fragrance really does nothing. So if you're thinking about getting this fragrance, I would definitely get a sample, or as if you could test it, because please don't buy into the hype. Being honest. And some people may love it, but to me it's just more of a like jasmine. If you love jasmine, you may really be fond of this fragrance, but it's just like a basic jasmine, kind of fruity, just a tad bit floral. You get no coconut, green fragrance. Like you get the brightness green from the green. No sandalwood, no spicy, no musk, no vanilla, no amber. I smell none of that. So this would be on one of my worst purchases of new fragrances, even though I was so excited about getting this fragrance. And this one is Rosendo Matu number 6. The next fragrance that I have for you, Graceful Beauties, is another one I could not wait to get my hands on. I kept hearing so many, I mean hundreds of, and I just thought, I don't need another fragrance that has that type of note. How many could you have? But let's get into this fragrance. Vanilla Woods 7 Virtues, and it's a unisex fragrance. I'll show you even the box. This is the packaging that it comes in, just so you Graceful Beauties can see. It's a 1.7 ounce 50 milliliter bottle, and it's Vanilla Woods. This one I was also very, very excited because I thought, well, you know, they've been talking about this fragrance for a long time, and here I am late to the party. What have I been missing out on? So let me give you the notes. The top notes is pear. The middle notes are rose. The base notes are vanilla, caramel, and amber. It's a vanilla sweet caramel amber powdery fruit balsamic fragrance. And you know, I think I had said something about this on my Sephora haul, because I was going to get this during my Sephora haul. During the Sephora sale. But I happened to get it off of another site for a great deal as well. Let me just say this. I should have listened. I think I said this before. All the people, and I'm not saying everyone, and I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but most of the reviews that came from influencers about influencers, as myself, they were great, raved about. This was the best vanilla woods fragrance, vanilla, da 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 da, and And I think I said in my last video about the Sephora sale video, but when I read the reviews of people that had spent their money, or people that had just purchased it or maybe got it, and I read the reviews, they were all telling me how, they were all saying, they were all saying how this was just a basic fragrance. It was nothing special about it, just a vanilla fragrance, nothing complex, nothing that you have to go run down to the store and get. You could live without it. It wasn't the best thing since sliced bread. And I should have took heed to those reviews that I read. This fragrance is just so basic. I'm upset at myself that I fell into the trap. Because this is how I feel about vanilla. How many ways can you do vanilla? It's really not that many ways. Either it's going to smell like vanilla or it's going to not smell like vanilla. So when you get these fragrances that's based around vanilla, what else are you looking for? Okay, they might throw a rose in there, or they might throw a sandalwood, but the basis of the fragrance is for it to smell like vanilla. And I don't know how many vanillas is out there, but it's really, all you're going to smell is vanilla. You're either going to smell an artificial vanilla, or you're going to smell something that smells like a real vanilla, or maybe even an extract vanilla, but it's still going to smell like vanilla. Honestly, guys, and I'm not putting any perfumer down, any fragrance house down, but everything isn't for everyone. And this fragrance could have stayed on the shelf. Vanilla Woods, the 7 Virtues. And last but not least, definitely not least, and this one would be one of my best new fragrances purchases. Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli 64 by Kayale. I'll give you the notes. If you didn't see my other video, I do have this a feature of this fragrance. I did a video about it. It's probably the video just below this one. Please check it out. The top notes are rum, vanilla orchid, jasmine. The middle notes are vanilla, leather, spicy notes, cream brulee, tonka bean, rose. The base notes are patchouli, brown sugar, agarwood, sugar, amber, and musk. It's a sweet, warm, spicy patchouli, vanilla, woody, rum, leather, oud, balsamic, earthy fragrance. Best fragrance, hands down. Sensual, sexual, beautiful, sophisticated. fancy, elegant, sits on its own. It reminds me of it's rum, boozy, bougie, just like her description of it. It is a beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. And if this is limited edition, guys, get your hands on it. I've bought it with my own money. I've also, her last fragrance, which was Love Fest, a nice fragrance. You know, it wasn't a love. It was just a like for me because it was more like a body mist or body spray. So it didn't do as well with me. This fragrance is, she branched off from her usual. And I've said in my last video, if this wasn't packaged with this bottle, K.I. wasn't packaged with the name and branded, it's no way that I would have thought this was a K.I. fragrance. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's boozy, it's vanilla. I smell the creme brulee, which makes it so kind of delicious. Not all the way gourmand, but it makes it has that kind of, you know, soft sweetness. It's delicate, it's feminine, it's just beautiful. Matter of fact, I ordered 2 more bottles today. So if you can get your hands on it, get you even a sample, get you a smaller bottle, whatever, but please put it in your collection. And it's a great fragrance to layer. Actually, it's her second best fragrance out of her whole collection to use as a layering fragrance. Vanilla 28 is number 1, and in my opinion, this one, Vanilla Royale, is number 2. I layered it with Musk 12 by her. Beautiful. And so many more I want to try, you know, out. You know, I want to concoct layering with this fragrance right here. I am so glad I didn't pass this one up. I wouldn't have passed it up anyway. I would have got it just for my collection, but I'm glad that I took the time to order what I did. And this is the best and the worst of my new fragrances. Happy you joined me. Before you go, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please don't forget to share my videos, and definitely don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload more great content. And I'll see you again, everyone, soon. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.